Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, I'm JWiggs, and we're back here with another Livestream development overlay tool, Livestream. Basically, it's a tool where the chat over here and it's actually not, you actually can't see it while I'm in full camera. Oh well, we'll get right into it, basically, and it's working. That's great. Earlier, I pulled this up and something was a little bit funny with it. It wasn't exactly showing on my Streamlabs. But now it looks like it's working fine. We've got our chat over here. We have little dudes running around up there. And if I actually look at it, what does it look like? Oh, look, that looks super cute, cool. And you might notice that there's a little bit of a problem. I've been playing around with it a little bit in the time, and you may notice they don't have any more eyes anymore. And I've been working on it so that we can get animations. So previously we used to have the body and the legs separated, and it looks nice to have the smooth walk cycle. However, it doesn't exactly work very well with different body shapes, and it's very complicated. Anyway, long story short, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be putting back in the eyes. I need to make sure the eyes are being drawn correctly. And that's right, I know what was wrong with the eyes. So what I've got is I've added a couple more skins, so these are going to be called skins. We have our body, this is our body, so we turned our body into an animation. So we have the normal body, and then we also have our outline, which is called O-body. You know, outline body, so our outline is drawn over there. And then we also have a bunch of different eyes, so I've set up a bunch of different eyes that we can possibly use. And I have everything in a nice script over here. This takes care of all the values and stuff, but the reason we don't have eyes is because their offset is incorrect. So now what I need to do is I've created this little thing, so I need to access their offset. Actually, can we have bigger blocklings? Oh, yes, there will be bigger blocklings. There will be bigger blocklings. However, these are kind of like the minimum size. These are like the mini ones. You know, if you can buy bigger blocklings if you want, you can have like super big. So actually I've changed the default size. The default size is no longer 16 by 16. The default size is now 32 by 32. So it can go up to pretty much, I think it's like 4 times the size, since one of them fits in just one. So we can get really big blocklings eventually. I've also decided to scale up these textures, so you might notice your block textures are a little bit bigger. But that's okay. It'll look nicer for the bigger blocklings. It'll look a lot nicer for the bigger ones. Now, what was I doing? I was trying to get the eyes back in here. That's right. So we have our eyes, however, they're not being drawn in the correct location. Really, they need to be drawn at, you know what? Let's just set the default draw position to 16 by 16. So we'll set this here. And there's a thing where basically if I rerun the game or rerun whatever this is, then there we go, we've got eyes now. If I rerun it, everyone just earns money. What did you miss? You did not miss anything. Your money is still counting up. Yeah. So actually I've also tweaked the times. So your dude will go offline, he'll disappear after 5 minutes of you not saying anything, but you can actually earn money like after 2 minutes and stuff. Yeah, that's how you gain money, is because I was running this behind while I was running this quite a bit. So some of your monies might have gone up, and yeah, well, it just is what it is. So the earlier you catch these streams, the more your money will just grow randomly because I work on this tool. Right. Let's have a look at we have our eyes done. What I want to work on now is, I think I want to work on the shop system. I want to work on the shop system as well as the entire system of purchasing things and saving things. So when you buy something, you equip something. Actually, I think the next thing I need to work on before I do the shop system, is I need to deal with commands. Because if you don't have commands, you can't really do anything. Who has the most money? I think it's USMP. I'm pretty sure it is you. Commands. How am I going to handle commands? So I have a YouTube controller. I think what I will just do is I will create a script. I'm going to just create a script called create script. I'll call these commands. Actually, I have to call this SCR commands. And what we're going to do, we're going to delete all of you. Function commands. And then I will just have, well, how do I want to do this? Okay, so in the async event, we are going to user refresh is here. However, oh, I guess I can do it when the user is refreshed. Nah, let's not do that. So there's a text message event. We are adding it to that. However, I want to not show commands in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to just use, you're going to input these commands inside the chat itself. So I think the commands are going to look something like, most YouTube bot commands look something like an exclamation mark and then your command, and then if you have something else. So we're just going to use the exclamation mark. So I'm just going to do if string car at, if the string character at our, here is our, I'm just going to make a new variable called display message equals whatever this is. This is fetching the display message, and then I can use that. So if the string character, if it's not string character at, sorry, this is actually, is it string character at? I believe so, yeah. Actually, let me double check these. Can we use commands to physically control the block link? No, that's way too much spam. And it doesn't want to give me the, okay, fine then. GameMaker string car at. For some reason, the manual is a little bit funny for GMS 2.3. It checks the character at a specific, okay, that's the right one that I want. Okay, if the string character at display message, index 0, index 1 actually, because strings are one index, they start counting from 1, equals an exclamation mark. Then we're going to do something, or else we're going to do something else. If it is not an exclamation mark, we are going to go ahead and, how do we want to do this? Display message, author details. I'll store all of these as variables up here first. That way we have all these accessible later. So global.chat message, global.chat username, dslist add global.chat user ID. I think we need to do that no matter what. What's our chat user ID? What exactly is that used for? I know it says use Control-Shift-F to open it, but for some reason, it doesn't work for me. I can't Control-Shift-F, I can't Command-Shift-F, whatever it is. Windows key Shift-F, not working. So what am I using our global.chat user ID? That's funny. It doesn't seem like I'm using it for anything. I must be using it for something. It's only used twice. One here, and one when it's created. I think I switched it to user refresh to become online users and stuff. Because it doesn't look like it's being used at all, so goodbye. I hope that doesn't break anything. How much would the stuff we buy cost? Right, so I'm thinking commons are around 25. I'm thinking rares are 50. Epics are around 100. Legendaries, we're getting 200. And then we're going to like 500 plus for some of them. So yeah, they're going to be some very expensive items. Because, I mean, it doesn't make sense if I have a bunch of items and they're all easily bought. And everyone's got everything. It needs to be expensive. Yep. 500. Yep, that's right. That is absolutely right. 500. But you also won't see them in the shop a lot. The shop is going to be weighted based on their value. So if they're... Also, yeah, I mean, sound clips. We can also have... I guess we could have we have intro animations, we have death animations. Those are probably going to be very expensive. Ow, keep hitting my head on the, on the top of on the bottom of my bed. It's sad. Anyway, chat username, chat message. I do not think we use chat user ID. So I am going to hope that I don't break anything by deleting that. Where else is it found? Global.chat user ID. Yeah, it's not used. So we can get rid of that. I think it got replaced with online users and the user data. So that's okay. Yeah, this is basically a two block high house, except this is like 1 block high and I'm sitting down. So it makes up for it. That should do that. So commands. I lose my train of thought way too easily. Commands. Let's see. Intro and death animations would be expensive, but if you get enough money to get these animations, you probably aren't going to have to play all that often. That's also true. The most active users won't be coming in and out so much. Right. If it is this, then we are going to run commands. Is it called commands? What did I name it? What did I actually name it? I named it function. I'll just call this message command. And I'll have a message here. Oh, no, we'll have this text. I'll just call this text. Input text. Because that way I can specify whatever text I want later. So message command input text. We're just going to call that function, and then we'll deal with whatever that function does right now. This is going to be message command, and it's going to be the display message. I want animations that occur randomly while walking. You can use money to make those animations occur more frequently for your character. Yeah, oh, by the way, I fixed the pom-poms. I figured out what it was. I wasn't clearing I was using surfaces, but I wasn't clearing them. It's like a canvas. And after I was done with it, I threw it away, but then another block was using it and then not like wiping it off before using it again, so it just drove random stuff. So that was sad. So we're just gonna run message command display message. Let's do that. Actually, let's do, yes, let us do that. And then we're also going to, actually what I want to do is I don't want to run the command on the entire thing. I only want to do a string copy of the display message. And I only want to copy index from 2 to string length of the display message -1. So basically if I get the display message and it is a command because there's an exclamation mark, I will throw the command without the exclamation mark into this script. So now this script does not have an exclamation mark in front of it. Now I can just do var arguments equals string split. We are going to string split the input text with a space. This will give us an array of all of our arguments. And then here what we can do is we can switch argument 0. No, we can switch argument 0. Actually, I'm just going to call this arg because arguments is it's a dangerous word to be playing around with, because it's a built-in variable name. Switch arg 0, and then now over here we can have a giant switch statement where we put in all of our commands. Right. What is our first command? Our first command is going to be random. Oh, that's right. We need the input text. We also need the user ID. We also need a specific user ID that we're going to, like, the command can't just be for everyone. The command has to be for a certain user, right? So we have our channel ID right here, and we are going to pass that into our function as well. That way, now we have our user ID here, and we can actually fetch the global.online users. I can do var user equals, actually, what we can do is we can do var block. Ooh. So I need to search for it. So actually, I might have a function get blockling, and then I will apply a user ID. And what this is going to do, oh, actually, you know what we can do? You know what we can do instead? We can have a map of our online users to match the block links. That's right. That's what we can do. If you don't understand, it's because I probably don't understand what I'm doing here either. So global.online users equals dsmap create there. We have our, okay, let's get rid of our to-do. It's confusing me. We have our user script, user object. So online users has a time, it has a money time, it's got a bunch of stuff. We're also going to make it user object. We're going to give you a, what do I want to give you? Actually, is my user object ever destroyed? I'm not exactly sure. It should be. user object blockling equals this, and then with this. Your brain had to process that message for 16 seconds. Okay, so basically, we've got our online users, and our online users has a bunch of data within it. And what I want to do is I want to have, we've also got a bunch of blocks, but right now, there's no way for me to access these blocks without looking for them and like going through every block and be like, is this one the one I want? No. Okay, next one. Is this the one I want? No. Next one. So what I'm doing instead is when I create the block, I'm saying, oh, hey, here's the block you want whenever you want it. That way I don't have to. Oh, I did not ping. Yes, I did not ping. I apologize for that. I didn't exactly ping. But yes, welcome to people. So what else do I want to do? And answer some of your questions. Where are your questions? Can you see, oh wow, I'm missing so many questions. Can we see all the skins and effects before they're in the store? You'll see the ones I create on stream, but I feel like there will be a lot of them that will be a surprise as I just add them in whenever, like on weekends, I'll just throw some extra skins in, and then they might pop up a month later, they might pop up a week later. It'll be a surprise for everyone. What else do we have? We've got, so this is doing that. I need to check if the user object for the blockling is ever getting deleted. So that means that when you go offline, yep, that's what it looks like. When you go offline, it looks like your online users are getting deleted here. I need to make sure the blockling is checking. That's right, when the blockling no longer exists. When the blockling no longer exists, it is getting deleted. When blockling thinks there's no more online users for its own, it's getting deleted. Right. So when do you start restarting and we can all get in cash and free monies? Well, it's a little bit slower. It's going to be a little bit slower. And you're still gaining cash. Am I right? Yeah, you're still gaining cash. Nothing's slowing down at all. So we need to rename the currency. Just calling it money and cash. I know in here it's just referenced as money all the time, but we need a new currency. It needs to be like, and I think I saw like block bits or something, or qubits. I think qubits is from another game. We need to rename the community, the currency. The Slabucks, Slabucks gem. I mean, bucks, stream bucks. I think someone said stream bucks earlier. I'm not a big fan of stream bucks, or just bucks in general. Reminds me of V-Bucks. We're doing that. That's right. We have a user object blockling. So now, when I have a user ID, I can set blockling equals global.online users, and I can look up the user ID. I can also look up the blockling. Okay, that should work. So case random. Let's have a look at it. With blockling, I just want to make sure I'm accessing my blocklings correctly. So with blockling, I want to do x equals, where are my x spawns? Here we go. Here we go. X equals this. And then y equals this. Perfect. So what this will do is this will, if you send a command, if you send the random command, which would look something like this, random, it will teleport your blockling to a random place on the area. It will also not show up in the streams thing. So let's run this and see what breaks. Everyone gets free money. Yay! Let's see what breaks. I'm going to random. Actually, I need to type something in first. Hello. Okay, so then I pop up, right? I won't exactly be able to see. There we go. Actually, I saw it. I saw myself teleport. However, okay, you need the exclamation mark in front of it. You need the exclamation mark to specify it's a command. And then it's, yeah, and then I should, yep, there we go. I see people teleporting. It's working. It's working. Ooh, you could rename the currency food. Okay, Meep is about to be teleporting a lot. However, I don't see him actually doing that much teleporting. Oh, wait, here we go. Wait, where is he? He's here. Okay. Lots of people randoming. Okay, so now I know it works. Yeah, there's a small buffer. So, yeah, I know I said you couldn't use it to control them. However, this command is just a test. We're gonna keep this in here for about 5 seconds. It's gone. Well, it's going to be gone soon. Okay, right. Now we've got commands. We need to deal with, what do I want to deal with? We need to deal with changing your skin. So let's have some defaults. Let's have like 2 defaults. We have sand. I think, never mind. You know what? We do need you to have the ability to change your skin. For now, let's just say that the sand and the silt, actually, could all of these be defaults? Let me just map out what I could do. Let's have like case skin, break. We also want, so I think the way you change your skins is just by typing in like skin over and over again until you get the one that you're looking for. Would different shapes be skins? Okay, no, so we have skins, which is just the color and the texture. We have body parts, which is the outline and the shape. And then we've got the eyes, which are the eyes. There are 3 parts to it. And then we have accessories, which are going to come in later. Except I do not know how accessories are going to work with the different body types. And I saw some of your body types. They were ridiculous, and it's going to be like some of them have 2 heads. Like if you have a hat, do they get like 2 hats? And yes, the shop will eventually cover up this face cam area when it's activated, which I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to activate it. But yeah. Are there going to be mythic body types? Most probably. Most probably. Okay, so we've got commands. We've got basic commands going, and that was surprisingly easier than I thought it would be. We need to get, that's right, we need to get the ability to save and load. We need to get the ability to save and load all of your different stuff. Like if you buy something, then it needs to save it. So let's have a look at this. Also, if you haven't noticed, inside the description, there is a link to a Google Doc about data. Let me know what you think about it, if it does need anything else, or if it doesn't need anything else. And yeah, we'll see how it is. Right, so what I want to do is I want to start saving. I want to save your skin, I want to save your body part, and your eyes. And how I'm doing that is I also need to save your inventory, your what you've purchased, what you have in your inventory. So I think what we are going to be doing is we are going to be setting up our user data. So when I create my new user data, I have an ID, a username. Okay, but that's not really saved. The only thing that is saved here are these things. And my lights went out again. I need to save your skin, your body parts. Okay, taken out of context, that can be. Oh, you know what I also need to do? I need to make commands not trigger. Any like, actually it'll trigger your activation, but you know what? If it triggers the money, I mean, why not, right? If you send a command, I guess it triggers earning money as well. Because if it doesn't, then you're just going to send another message, which is just going to be even more spam. So I guess it will trigger money as well. It'll trigger you being able to get money, and it'll keep you online. So let's do that. Okay, so now user data. Go to where the user's created, and my lights are half gone. Let me just. Oh, never mind. Let's get rid of it properly. There we go. Got rid of half of our lights. That's gonna be a problem. Also, what I did is, I think this is really cool. I've also got this. I can change the background color. Cool. I like the blue. Maybe you can have some sort of rewards for changing the background color of my stream. And I think I'm a little bit darker now. Oh well. Let's see. Right, money time. I also want to say new user. This is someone who is, oh, this is before, this is as it's loading. Oh, so this is loading it. Ah, I see. So saving it, loading it. If I'm creating it, this is if you don't exist. So let's start from here at the beginning of the entire flow. Let's say our current skin. Ooh, yeah, current skin. Actually, I'm not a fan of using this space right there, but I don't really want to change it all right now. So we're just gonna use the space. Current skin equals, how do I want to do this? I think we'll use a reference, because what I've set up here is I've set up, this also means I can't shuffle the order of any of my stuff at all. This means that, so if we have over here, we have a reference here. So this is a body, and this body count is 0, and then it's just 0. So it gets automatically added. So that means every time I want to add something, I have to add something and just copy it into the bottom and then change it as necessary. Or else everyone's going to have some funny stuff. And people are going to have things they don't have, which they might like or they might not like. And that's going to be bad. So we'll just keep it as there's an order to things and I can't shuffle around the order, which I guess it's fine. There's better ways of doing this, but this is the fastest way of doing it, and I just want the fastest way of doing it. I'm lost. Where am I trying to go? I'm trying to go into my user. Here it is. Current skin equals 0. New user. New user. We want the current skin. We also want the current body is also going to be 0. So the default for everything is 0. And we also want to set its inventory skin. Put a space before that as well. Inventory skin, inventory body, and inventory eyes. It's just going to be a blank 0. Actually, should we make this into an array? I feel like this should be turned into an array. Yes, this should be an array. I'll just do this like 0, 0, and 0. That way, and then when I save it, I'll save it as a long string, and then when I compress it, when I load it back in, I'll put it back into an array. So that's that. So it's the current skin, current body, current eyes. What else do we have? Right, when we load you, we are going to want to new user. I'm just going to copy all of this, all of you. When I load you, my new user is going to be INI read real. Something like this. This is going to be skin, I believe, and then the default is 0, just in case it got deleted. And then we'll do that, and we'll do that. Skin, body, eyes, and then here I will also, except this is a string. So we need to do this, and the default is just going to be 0, like that. Read string, I'm going to call this eye skin. I'm going to call this, he's cloning us, the JWigs army. Yes, I am cloning you. I'm going to call this eye body. This is like apple and eye eyes. Oh, that's going to look really terrible. What word is that? It's eye eyes. Oh, I can just call this like eye eyes. Oh, that's funny. I'll just call this eye eyes. Got that. I see you're all having fun with the random command, even though it's just super basic. I'm not sure, what's the delay like? What's the delay like for you all? Because that's going to be pretty much the delay for everything. Oh, okay. What happened there? It crashed. It crashed. It crashed. It crashed. It crashed. That's not good. That's not good. It crashed. Incorrect type, undefined, expecting a number. Okay, so someone did random just as they were going offline. It looks like it was chicken. It looks like it might have been chicken. Because that's, or, because, yeah, it looks like it was just as it was going offline. So yeah, dsmap, find value, argument, undefined, expecting a number. This is in message command line 6. So actually, let's put you back with blockling message command. So this was undefined for some reason. Global.online users, user ID. This is funny because actually I know why. It's because we're running the command before. I got it. So what's happening is we are running the message commands before we're refreshing you. So we actually want to refresh you because when I refresh you, it makes sure that there's always a blockling. That means that whenever I run a command, there's always going to be a blockling. And I'm not exactly sure if I can run this because I'm not exactly finished with this. So we're going to have no stream chat for like the next few minutes because I'm right in the middle of that. So we're going to have ini read string. We are going to want to actually string split. Nope, we're going to string split this. String split, and we're going to split it on that substring, on the space, unfortunately. But hey, for all of you who are in this live stream, when I come back, you get free money. I mean, that's the advantage. The chat overlay crashes a lot, but when I get back, you all get money. So we're going to do that. I'm also going to want to create a function. Where's my string split function? Because I want a string unsplit or a array split. Array split? Yeah, an array going to a string and stuff like that. General. I believe it's an array. Is it data? Nope, it's probably string. Yep, it's called string split. So then I'm going to string split. I'm just going to create a script here. I'm going to call this array. Called an array split. Yeah, let's do array split. Do array. Nope. Get rid of all of you. What this is going to do is this is going to turn my array into a string with a delimiter. That's right, I need a delimiter. For var I equals 0, I is less than array length. And this is going to be our array, I++. Money should be called diamonds. You're first to extol the virtues of crashing it that gives us free money. I see. Yeah, crashing it, I guess crashing it gives free money for everyone, so you're trying to crash it as many times as possible. Which, for me, that's a good thing. For you, that's a good thing as well. Our interests are aligned. We need a buffer. Return string equals this. We're going to do return string equals... Ooh, this is an array split. Yes, return string equals string of whatever our array at position I is plus our delimiter. And this is actually relative. And this is actually a local variable. And then we're going to here return string. Yes, you should be very happy that chicken crashed it. That should work. Okay, let's double check this. For I is 0, I is less than array length, I is plus. Our return string is just going to add the value of the array plus our delimiter. Make sure I have this semicolon at the end there, and that works. So then what I can do here is this is going to string split. And however, what this is not going to do is this is not going to make it into a real number. Okay, so I'm going to need to create a new function. This really should not be in. I really need the, what is this, create group array. Arrays used to be above here because we need arrays there. I can create a new script and I'm going to call this array real. Actually, function array real, and we have an array, which I actually need to copy some stuff from array split because array real. So what this will do is this will turn all of the values of an array to a real number. And we are going to do that, and we actually don't need to return anything for this one. Call them money cubixels, flight pearls, rubles, rubies. We can call them loot. And this is going to be array at I equals string array I. It's actually a real. There we go. And why are you still called script 64? Funny. This is actually going to be called rename array real. Okay, so we are going to string split this, but then we're going to array real. Something like that. Something like this. So because the string split returns a string and I actually want numbers, that should work. Yeah, that's a number there. That should work. Now what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to write these. So those are all the reading functions taken care of. Our writing functions. Let's copy this. Actually, we don't. Usually, I'll copy it for a reference so I know what I'm going to be writing. We're gonna ini write real. We can just copy this actually. Instead of new user, it's just going to be called user. User current skin. I believe this is just called skin. And then we have current body and eyes body and eyes, current body and current eyes. And then I want to actually write. I'm going to ini write string. Call all the money wigs. Actually, that could work. But it's also strange for me. It's also very strange for me. Eye skin and eye eyes, and we are going to inventory. I also need this to array. What's it called? Array split with the delimiter of a space. Something like that. Yeah, probably best off copying and pasting these. And then changing it to inventory, body, inventory eyes. Let me double check to make sure my logic is all sound. Right, so I'm going to be writing inventory skin. Yeah, this looks good. This looks good. It's probably not good, but it looks okay. Also, I'm going to go ahead and make a backup of my user save. Just in case I break it, you all can still have your values. I don't accidentally wipe out all of your stuff. Okay, here we go. Let's run you. Nope, it did not work. Array real is not doing array real stuff, which is... Oh, that's right. Ha, funny. This needs to be equals. That should work. Okay, ta-da! And I'm going to have a look at the save. It looks like it did it, mostly. I mean, I see your skin, I see your body, I see your eyes. Your skin is 0, your body's... But your inventory is not stored correctly. It's just a blank string, which I wanted it to look something like that. You can still try and random. Please try and random. So that you can see if what I did fixed it. Interesting. I don't know why eye skin, eye body, and eye eyes are blank. Did I not? Return string plus equals string array I at the delimiter. I 0, I is less than the array length of the array, I plus plus. That looks like it works. I write string. Okay. Inventory skin with the delimiter. That seems to be, for some reason, that is blank. Okay, it looks like it's doing that because it's loading it, but it isn't loading it correctly. So actually, we are going to need to... The default of view, is that default ini read string? The default is just 0. Does it need to be 0 space? Is that the string split needs to be... I think it might need to be 0 space. And then I will get rid of my current save. To stop this first. Get rid of our current save, and then we'll revert to our backup. Rename user save. Oops, I did not rename it correctly. User save.ini, and then let's rerun this. So random seems to be working and not crashing, it looks like. And now I pull up my user save and see if it... No, it did not work. So it looks like... That's funny. That is very funny. User... Inventory skin, inventory body, inventory eyes. user, inventory skin, inventory body, inventory eyes. So I think it might be array split. No, it's not array split. Something is funny. It's not actually. What if I want to new user. So if it's your first time, it would be created correctly. But if it's not your first time, which most of you are already in the system, I feel like this string split here isn't actually doing it. Okay, it's let's have a look at the inventory skin. This is loading it. This is strange. Well, I mean, it's probably working the way it's intended to. What's my favorite food? I love red pasta sauce. And so my favorite food would probably be spaghetti and meatballs, white carbonara, or like a chicken Alfredo, or a lasagna. What is this money used for? This money is used for buying things in my virtual store. Let's have a look at the log. Okay, so it said inventory skin. I don't know why it gave out a value of 0. It just gave out a raw value of 0. Array, real, array, I. And that's very funny. It might still be a string. Eye skin, eye body, eye eyes. I'm reading those values. Eye skin, eye body, eye eyes. That's very funny. You just made me hungry and it's 1 in the morning. Last night, I'll tell you a funny story. Last night, my mom was cooking some beef stew. Problem is, my air conditioner unit is very close to the kitchen, or it's just outside the kitchen. So all night long, I was dreaming of food because I had beef stew. Literally, my room smelled like beef stew. It was amazing. And I have beef stew for dinner tonight. What is wrong with this? I don't see a problem. I do not see the problem. Maybe it's what is going on? User object time, funny. Inventory skin. Yeah, beef stew is good. Why are you not working? I'm gonna have to close all my notepads, make sure I'm. Let's see. Yeah, skin, eyes, and body are saved correctly. However, the eyes, eye body, and eye skin are not saved correctly. Yeah, those ones are not saved correctly. So eye skin, you know what we'll do? Let's log it here. Log eye skin. Wait, what's going on? Delimiter, array splitting. Return string plus equals that. So actually here, I actually don't know what's going on. Let's call this load. And this is going to be called save. Just so I can see the difference. Something's acting up. Something's acting very weird. It's saving it. It's just 0. It's just the value of 0. Maybe I need to array create size 1 value of 0. Because it's treating it like a number for some strange reason. Okay, we might need to handle this a little bit differently. I and I read string, string I skin. because it is splitting it. My string split should return myself an array. Yeah, it should return myself an array. Theoretically. You use your inventory skin. Actually, I think it's more important. See the type. Let's have a look at this now. More money, yay. Okay. Yeah, for some reason, okay, as I'm loading it. Oh, it is a number. Inventory skin load, yeah, that should be a number. That's good. Wait, no, that should not be a number. That should be an array. That should be an array. Type of can return an array, am I correct? No, yes it can. It can return an array. When can you get another money rain event? That's right, I probably should program in a way to just turn or drastically reduce the amount of cooldowns. And it just becomes a money rain. But it becomes a money rain spam. I think if I actually want to do a money rain, we do the thing where we spawn a bunch of money inside the area, and then whoever picks it up. You can't exactly control it. That's why it's random. It's just rain. Where it just spawns a bunch of money, and then whoever bumps into it, that's the one that picks it up. And obviously the random command's going to be going away soon. Just a test. Inventory skin. Okay. This is very strange. We're writing the current skin. We're also writing the inventory skin. Let me see what this is, actually. Actually, you know what we could do? I'm going to copy and paste my backup. We are going to see what happens if we run this and everyone's money is cleared. Everyone's money is not cleared. What? Where did it save it? I thought I wait, hold on a second. I need to stop you. Let's see what happens if we run it when everyone's money is cleared. Here we go. Let's see what my save looks like. Okay, there we go. That's exactly what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. Your inventory is 0. I don't think we actually need that space at the end then. So for some reason, I needed to clear everyone in order to do that. Sorry, your money got cleared, but I'll revert that. Idea, you can spend 100 money to trigger a money rain, but your blockling cannot pick up any money. I like that. I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. You can spend money to give it away, and it's kind of random to everyone. Yeah. Yeah, sorry your money's got cleared. That was the only way I could do this. Which is strange because it should have handled... This is going to be... Okay, that means if I load you again... Okay, I'm gonna stop it and then I'm gonna reload you. We'll see if it works. Yeah, oh no, okay, so there's a problem. There's a problem when it loads. The loading is the issue, because when it loads, it saves it improperly. The saving was fine because when there was nothing there, it saved correctly. The problem is when it loads, so it loaded something, it saved it wrong. So the loading was wrong, so the saving became wrong too. There we go. So hopefully, string split, inventory. Let's have a look. Oh, I'm not returning anything. Array real is not returning anything. Huh. That's funny. Could that have been the issue? Okay. So let's get rid of this. Let us revert our save back to... Okay, wait. I need to first stop. I need to stop our live stream. So live stream is every second it's overwriting all the changes I'm making in the save files. So let's try this instead. And your money should be fine now. Your money looks fine. And it looks like, okay, you have an inventory, everyone's got their inventory, it's a basic inventory, it just has 0 in it, which is good. It just has 0. And that means that if I stop you and I rerun you, everyone gets more money. That's the first thing. But it also should, yep, that's right. Your inventory is still being saved correctly. Yay, we did it. We did it. Also, yeah, you can't use any like special, if you use a special character that is not visible, that's the first character in a string. So your command won't work. Even though it looks like it should work, it really shouldn't. And there's no reason I should allow it to work. It's just way too much of a special case. Yeah, for example, there's special characters right there. Yeah, that doesn't actually count as a command. Okay, so we have saving and loading. I also want to work out because when the animations, I'm looking at the animations, when there's a walk animation, it doesn't reset itself. So we're going to, when you sit, image index equals 0. There we go. Now we can have shop, right? We can have basic shops. Or okay, we need to have a shop. And how I'm thinking of the shop is you've got like you've got a bunch of different positions, and then you can do something like purchase or shop. And then basically it will depend on the let's have a look at I'm gonna set the argument var arg current equals 0. Actually, it equals 1. That way you can do the shop and you can buy stuff. Now the question is, how am I going to pull up the shop? Also, we don't really have enough items to shop for. Especially, we don't have any bodies either. How about we do? Let's do a shop where you can buy the silt, okay? Let's do a test on that. So let's do, if you just type in the shop command, I'm gonna get rid of the random command for now. Then let's do global.online users. Actually, this could be user data as well. Since they're both, actually no, online users is different. That's right. So global.online users is separate. Yeah, it's separate from the user data. Online users has more information. So global.online users, I do not want to have to use that variable a lot. So I'm just going to call this user equals global.online users. Let's just copy this. Call this user. There we go. Broken up into 2 parts, and the blockling is no longer used, but that's fine. So the user, if you press the shop command, the user inventory, you know what I need? I need commands. We need commands to add things to your inventory. So function user data inventory add. Let's see. Let's say you have buy command could possibly work better. I mean, actual wording of it can change. It could be buy, it could be shop, it could be purchase. Purchase is a rather long word, so let's avoid that. User data inventory add. I think for the money rain command, you're gonna need multiple people to trigger it. I think you need multiple people to trigger it. Okay, the user data inventory add, what this is going to be doing is I want to have the user ID first. I also want to have the type. I also want to have the item ID. And what this is going to do is, what am I going to do? Global dot user data. Let's just do our user. Our user. Is my microphone okay? Because my microphone's all the way over here. I feel like it's not actually okay. Because I'm so used to like having it right in front of me, but I realized that it's actually okay to have it off to the side and it'll still be fine, right? I'm not exactly sure how. In all my tests, it sounded like I was fine. But if I turn away and talk over here, I'm not exactly sure how that works. Do I still sound okay? Var user equals global dot user equals global dot user data. It's fine. The sound is just a little bit directional. I see. We can try to. Oh, sorry. You're probably hearing a lot of random noise. There we go. Now the mic is more turned facing me. It's Mac. Mac is my mic. I really should call him by his name more. Mac. Global.user data. We have our. What is our user data though? Inventory. User data inventory. Let's also do a function user data change. Actually, user equals user data inventory. Inventory plus the type, because it needs to depend on the type, right? How do you know what's in your inventory? You don't. You just keep randoming it until you figure out what's in your inventory. And if you forget, just random it a couple times. Or actually, I could have a command where it cycles through your entire wardrobe, where it just, and then you can figure out what you have just based on all that it's cycling through. Let's see. Global.user data inventory type. That's the user. Actually, no, that's not the user. This is the user ID. That's our user. Right. Then we are going to user question mark inventory plus type. And this will give us I need to make sure that there is not, I believe I have a function for this. It's array unique. Array. I thought I had a function for this. I'm 90% sure I had a function for this. Oh well. I just want to make sure you don't already have it. Can you pick out your... Yeah, the only way you do is to random until you get you one. You're going to bed. Okay, see you. This is a little bit late for those of you in the States. This is kind of early in the morning. It's an afternoon for me, so a little bit unfortunate. I'll have varying stream times so as many people can make it as possible. Let's see. Inventory, type, user. What else do we have? I'm not exactly sure I'm going to do this. I need to check to make sure that it's not already in your inventory. Isn't it 3:29 p.m. for you? Yes, it's 3:30 p.m. Let me make a function called array unique. Create script array unique. Actually, this should be called array contains. Here's our array. And then here's our check. Okay, so this is for more array stuff. I just want to copy this. Here we go. And then we just do a return false at the end. And here I want to do if array at position I equals the check. So if it does contain it, then I'm going to return true. Actually, yeah, let's just do that. That's an easy way. I could check for how many it has, but I'm just going to do that for now. So array contains. So if not array contains, our array is our, let's do our inventory. If our inventory equals global, equals our user inventory plus the type. If our array contains inventory, the item ID. So if your inventory does not contain it, that means it's going to be new. Then we are going to inventory. Ooh, it needs to be copied. Oh, that's right. Inventory at array length. Because I don't want, what happens is if you have an array and then you modify it, the array gets duplicated. And what the @s does, it actually does is it goes and it modifies the original instead of having to duplicate it. References, yay! This is the stuff I've learned from Islands of War over the past few weeks, dealing with the whole items and projectile stuff. Array length, let's see, array length inventory. This equals the item ID. There we go. So now that should add it to your inventory. What I also want to do is I want to user data. Does it need to say user? Yeah, it should say user data. User data, change skin. This is going to be the user ID. This is going to be the type. And this is going to be the item ID. Actually, it's just going to be random, right? It's going to be random. So is it going to be random? No, sometimes it can be. I should have a item ID, but I don't know how to make this optional. Can I make this optional? Needs to be a function as well. How do you do optional arguments? It's a good question. I've never thought about that. Game maker, function, optional arguments. GMS2, how to handle functional optional arguments. Whatever. How do I do optional arguments? Not actually sure that I can. Let's do I think I can still use argument 3. Yeah, I think I can still use argument, the third one. So we'll just do user and inventory, same thing here. User and inventory, we want to get both of those. We also want to then make sure it does contain it. Oh, it's a random. It's random. That's right. It's right. Then we have our user. I've got random element in an array, right? Random element in array. That's right. Good. So we have we start with setting our inventory. Actually, it's not really the inventory. It's really the current. Because, yeah, this is just, actually, it's just the skin. It's just type, actually. We don't need to say inventory. So it's just current. The current position. Actually, it doesn't even need to be, it's not an array, so we don't even need to mention it. It's just current equals random element array. This is our inventory. We want to get a random from the inventory, which is our user. Oh, that's right. We should probably copy the inventory as well here. But I can just mention this. User. Actually, this is just our inventory then. So it's just the current one that you're wearing is just the random element in your inventory. That is if argument 3, 0, 1, 2. It's actually argument 2 equals undefined. That means that it's going to be random. So if I don't supply any extra argument, it's going to be random. If it's not, then I am going to be giving it a current. Oh, I have to do a check. Oh, you know what we need to do? Let's say if it's not undefined, we need to swap these around because we need to do some extra checks. And argument 2, I'm going to say wardrobe set, or this is going to be var set equals argument 2. So this is what I want to set the new wardrobe to. I'm not sure if any of you are following along with this. This is a little bit confusing. And let's make sure y'all can see. Actually, you might not be able to see half of what I've been doing because it's been blocked by my face cam. Why does SMP have so much money? Because SMP's been talking a lot, or spamming, should I say. If set equals undefined and array contains inventory set. There we go. Then we're going to set the current equals the set. So now this should enable you to, so what I want to do is I want to create 2 scripts here. We have our shop. We also want to do our skin. So what shopping does is right now I'm just going to do a user data inventory add. So when you hit the shop command, you're instantly going to get a free item right now, which is going to be our user ID as well as our type. What is the type? The type is going to be our skin, and the item ID is going to be specifically 1. And that 1 will refer to, that 1 is going to refer to dirt. Actually, do I want to give you dirt or silt? I think I want to give you silt. Let's actually undo this. Let's flip these around, put silt up here. I know I said I can't shuffle it around, but no one has anything, so you can't shuffle anything around. I can't shuffle it around if there's nothing to set to begin with. I also want to get my spacing done correctly. Okay, so 1 is going to be our silt. So everyone is going to get a free silt right now by using the shop command. We're also going to user data, not yet. I still have to run it. You have to give me time. We're also going to, when you buy something, we also want to immediately make you use it, right? User ID and the skin. And there's also going to be, I also want to set you to 1. So, and then if you type in the random skin, then I'm going to do this. This should work. So using the shop command will purchase a silt skin. It will also equip it immediately. And then using the skin command what will it do? It will just, I'm trying to find my words here. It'll give you a random skin. I also want to make sure that before we do that, user data change skin, I want to make sure it's the skin you currently do not have equipped. Never mind, that's going to present problems. Actually, no, it's not going to present problems. Okay, I do want to make sure it's not the one you have equipped if you have more than one. So if array length 1D, nope, it's just array length inventory is greater than 1. So if you do have a big inventory, else nothing happens. You can't have a random skin if you don't have an inventory, right? So if it is greater than 1, then we're going to var current previous equals the current. Commands haven't done anything yet. I have to actually run it and rerun it, and you'll see like a black screen for a certain amount of time, and you'll see a refresh. In order for it to go off. I'll let you know when it goes off. And then we're going to do until the current does not equal the current previous. So what this is going to do is if I want to give you a random skin or a random part, this actually should say part instead of skin, because it's actually not only a skin, it's actually a part. There are parts that make up your blockling, and the skin specifically refers to the texture. So we have our user. We're going to make sure that you do have a large enough inventory to select from. And if you do, then I'm going to keep rolling. I'm going to keep rolling the dice until you get a new one. Okay, let's see what is breaking right about now. I also want to have a look at your user saves, make sure everything is all fine and dandy. Okay, I'm going to back up your user saves as well, so that just in case I break things. And wait, I need to stop it. So right now it's stopped. And then we're restarting it. And okay, it's broken. Because of my, okay, I see what happened here. So what happened is I actually can't use like optional arguments. So I'm going to just need to create two functions. This is going to be user data set part. This is a set part, and this is set part random. Yeah, that should fix things. Set part random. So if it is a set, then we are going to have a item ID here, and we're just going to do current. Oops, we do not want to delete everything. Current equals the item ID. This thing I'm giving is free. It's completely free right now. I'm not even checking for your money. I'm not even deducting money. It's completely free. Inventory, I just got to make sure this is item ID. Right. Inventory is never used. Current is that part. Oh, I do need to check for if array contains your inventory. What does it look like? Inventory, yeah. Oh, it's actually right here. Item ID. So yeah, sorry, the chat is down because I have to bug fix. So that's a setting. Our random is, well, random, so we don't need any of you, I believe. I'll go back and double check that. I just want to make sure that this is a set part, and this is going to be a random. User data random. Oh, it's actually set part random. There we go. So now there's two different functions for that. The current equals the user type. Okay, current. Okay, this should work. So if I set you, okay, let's try this now. And anyone who actually set the shop should actually have bought it, possibly, because it repurchases everything when I reload this. So actually, if I do I'm gonna first make sure I can see myself. Chat. Okay, there we go. Let's do what's it called? Did I call it shop? No, caps does not work, SMP. And then what did I call it? Did I call it skin? I'm not sure why it's not. You get money from not spamming. You should get money from not spamming. It's not working. It's not exactly working. Some strange reason. Commands, I'm breaking correctly. I shop. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and look at your user saves. It doesn't seem to have done anything. No one seems to have anything in their inventories. Which is funny. Which is very funny. Which, I mean, obviously it's funny because I didn't plan for that. A random command no longer works. It's been commented out. User ID. Yeah, you get money for talking in 3-minute intervals. User data inventory add. This should have added it to your inventory. Inventory equals user type. This is strange. This is very, very strange. Not quite sure what's happening. Okay, so what we're doing is we're trying to use a command, right? Our command is trying to give you the skin, and that skin is 1. The value is 1. That's like the reference. And that 1 refers to this. Oh! You know what? It might actually be happening. Yes, okay, it is happening. Look at this. Except it didn't actually set your skin. So I look at all of your inventories. Has anyone used the skin command? Sumi has. If I can find who has a skin of 1. Actually, it might just be the skin not being set correctly, because I'm looking at all of your inventories. Some people do have it. Some people very much have it. However, it's not currently setting the skin. I also know why it's not working. The blockling hasn't been set up to have dynamic skins and swap them in and out, obviously. So currently the main issue is I'm not seeing your skin change. This skin number right here, which is the very important part. That's the very important part. Which means that our user data set part is not exactly working. User data set part, if the array contains then current equals. Oh, I see. Okay. I can't exactly use that reference like this. That's bad. Because yep. Okay, so current equals this. So current equals that. There we go. I just have to copy and paste that. Just like that. Because I'm changing this variable. Anyway, this should work now. You should be able to. Did it random? It's not an integer float issue. Okay, let's have a look at your save. Is your save actually being set to, your skin actually being set to 1? I don't see it happening. Okay, so let me type in give myself a skin and see if that worked. Where am I? I'm here. My skin is still 0. That's still a problem. That's still a problem. That's still a problem. Because it should be user data set random, user ID. I'm going to go ahead and log the global.online users. I want to make sure my online users is the same as user ID, is the same map that I'm referring to as global.user data. Because I'm not duplicating it anywhere. It really should be referring to the same one. So I should get a bunch of things right now. All these numbers should be identical. Yes, they are. That is good. That is very good. That tells me that that's not broken. What is broken? I'm just gonna double check, make sure it. Yeah, skin is all. Who is Meep? Meep has been spamming it. Where is it? Wow, there are. How many people are there? There are. I don't see it. I don't see. There should be a count somewhere. 5, 10, 11, 8, 7. Yeah, there are 17 people total who have joined the stream in 2 days. That's not bad. Or have said something. The skin is not changing. Why is the skin not changing? User data set random skin. Script user inventory equals that. So we're. It should. Spamming it more than once isn't going to change anything, actually. Or spamming these commands more than once, because every time I reload it, I actually go back and I run every single command previously, which could be a bad thing. Random elements in array inventory. Hmm. I think I'm accessing my variables wrong. If we have a look. Ah, that's right. It's called current skin, current body, and current eyes. Ah, that's why. It's called current. That's what I'm missing. So we need to put current in front of here. Actually, you know what? Do I need that? Do I need to say current? I think current should be understood. Current, I mean, it's the current. There we go. I think that makes more sense. Also, this needs to be changed. I think it's also a little bit confusing having two different variable names. So I'm just gonna call this eye skin, eye body, and eye eyes. Internally as well as externally. That if I look at my save file, the names in my save file are exactly the same as the names I'm using here. So this actually needs to be called eye plus type instead of the full inventory. Here we go. Make sure I'm not seeing any current. Where else did I use current or inventory? Here we go. This is just skin. This is just body. This is just eyes. This is just eye skin. This is just eye body. And this is just eye eyes. Right. Actually, depending on how many times you run the skin command, it could give you a variety of different things. So eye skin, eye body, eye eyes. I'm just going to make sure I'm not running anything funny. Find everything. Okay, nothing there. Let's also check for inventory. Make sure I'm not seeing anything there. Yep, perfect. Now if I run this, it doesn't look like your skin is changing, but if I go into the save file, yep, okay, nuclear has the skin of 1 already. Chicken has 0. I've got the skin of 1. It's definitely working. Your skins are definitely being saved correctly. Also, your inventories are also being saved correctly. And the reason it's not showing is because I've not yet created blocklings to change their color. Right. Here we go. Okay, so the sprite body is going to be actually, instead of this being body 1, this is actually going to be a 0. Eyes is going to be a 0. And this is going to be our, actually, what is this? What does this need to be? This needs to be, this needs to be, so, okay, what we're going to do next is we're going to make blocklings. We're going to make blocklings be able to change their visuals on the fly, and they're going to need to regenerate everything in this sprite create. Basically, when their parent changes their stuff, the data is gonna trigger like, hey, blockling, you need to change your visuals because I've changed something about you. So we're gonna do that, but I'm gonna need a quick break. I'll be back in just a couple of minutes, and we're gonna work on that just in a few minutes. Yep, I'll see you soon. All right, we are back. We are back, and I've taken a little bit. I don't know. That was probably like 2 minutes. Stretched my legs a little bit. Grabbed a snack. Ate an Oreo. You know, the usual. And we are going to be taking a little bit of time to think about how I'm going to be doing this. So basically, right now, we have our body outline, we've got our eyes, and these are just referring directly to sprites. Instead, what we are going to do, I love Oreos, by the way. Oreos are like my go-to snack. I could eat Oreos all the time and not get sick and tired of them. Oh yeah, Minecraft 1.16 was officially released. Speaking of which, I think that means it's time to set up our special Islands of War Minecraft servers sometime within the week. I'll let you know what's happening with that, but basically, I want a Minecraft server with floating islands, and I think 1.16 finally gave me the tools to do that. But it's pretty much just going to be pure vanilla, no plugins in it anyway. Anyway, back onto this. We're going to, instead of sprite body, this is going to be item body equals 0. Item, what is it? Item body, item skin. Item skin equals 0. And item eyes also equals 0. Also, yeah, we have a body color and an eyes color. There are floating islands in 1.15 if you generate the overworld with the end settings, but it really does not look good. I'm really hoping that there are some better generation. How do you rename your username? That's right, you want to change your username. I think that's a good idea. I think it's a good idea to be able to change your avatar username to whatever you want. So item body, item skin, item eyes. We are also going to have a function. Actually, this should be a blockling function. Should really be a blockling function to regenerate itself, or to regenerate the sprite. Let's have a look at sprite. Let's see. Okay, our current blockling sprite needs to be removed. Oh no, whoa. I have not opened this at all. I do not want to open a room editor. Whoa, the room editor's cool. They've got rulers now. Wow, nice. It's gone now. Okay, I want to get rid of you. So the blockling doesn't have a default sprite. Idea, have the blockling avatar next to the name on the bottom chat. How would that look like? Ooh, that could be a little bit cluttered. Actually, if it scaled down, it could work. It could work. Also, what is up with walking? Image index equals 0. Image speed equals 0. That's funny. Mode equals walk, mode equals sit, image, I believe, is image index, am I able to change that? I'm not exactly sure. Image index, I believe I can change that. Or is it image number? No, image number is... Am I allowed to change the image index? You can select a new subimage by setting this variable to desired subimage. That's right. The thing is, when you're sitting still, your dude has one leg up, which is strange. Which is very, very strange. I do not know why that is the case. I'll fix that later. Item body, item skin, item eyes. Let's see. It's going to be the defaults. So when I initialize it, I need to set item body equals, it's called a user, right? Equals user. It's called body, something like that. And this is item skin equals user skin. Item eyes equals user eyes. Actually, I'm gonna call this function refresh image, refresh sprite. So here we go. This function will refresh the sprite, or at least plan on refreshing the sprite, and it's going to set this also to false. And we're going to refresh the sprite. Refresh sprite equals user body, user skin, user eyes. Let's assume that these are already set properly, which they aren't right now, but right now let's assume that they're set properly. Body equals This would be global dot what did I call it? Part body? Part body something 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 body part, global dot body part, and it's the sprite. Oh. Oh wait. Is it can I do that? Global dot body part sprite. I believe so. I believe so. I believe I can do something like that. Global dot body part. And this body part is a list of body parts. So then we can have a question mark. What I want to do is I want to get the item body. And this is actually a sprite. I want to get the current sprite. Body outline equals, I believe I have O sprite as called sprite outline. It's called sprite outline. I see. So body outline is going to be the same thing. Body part, actually, bar. We have body, we have eyes, we also have texture. Oh well, we can just copy and paste this. This is sprite outline. We also have the eyes, which is going to be global.eyes part. Eyes part. Item eyes. And this is just going to be the sprite. Get vanilla tweaks data packs. Yes, vanilla tweaks, like being able to sleep whenever there's whenever one person's in bed. I play on a server with my friends. He does not like that, and so no one ever sleeps. Eyes, this is going to be the skin. It's really annoying. I build the highest up, so I get constantly attacked by phantoms. I'm not exactly sure how that works. Item skin, global dot skin part. Okay, so this is our body. We have our body is still being drawn correctly. Body outline. Our eyes, and then we have our skin needs to be your skin. Your body color and eyes color can't be set for now. We'll deal with that another time. So now that's all fine and dandy. We need to call our refresh sprite whenever we have, oh, I can see this lagging the game for a little bit. Actually, nah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. There's a bunch of messages will come in. Nah, it'll be fine. Let's see. On my user, no. On my command, it's a command, that's right. When you run the shop command, I'm going to, actually, can I just do blockling dot, am I allowed to refresh like this? I really hope I can. Instead of, you know what? I'm not gonna risk it. I'll test that out another time to see if you can do stuff like that. But this should work. This is the normal way of doing it. So now, I've done everything correctly. I should run this and you all should have different skins just right here. It worked. It worked. First time. First time. Look at that. So now you can use the skin command and you can actually switch it. You can switch your skins. If you've purchased the other one. Yep, I think I saw Meep's skin just switch. Yep, Meep's skin is switching. Chicken. What's wrong with Chicken? Chicken, I don't think Chicken's purchased the skin yet. Let me have a look at that. I don't think Chicken has his skin. Chicken. Where is Chicken? Chicken E. Just make sure. Yeah, Chicken, you don't have a skin. You need to use the shop command to get your free skin. Use the shop command. And then actually, I want to see, does the shop command automatically change your skin? It should. Or it'll crash the game. I'm waiting for Chicken. There we go. Yep. It used the shop, and I'm not sure if the skin command will go through. But there we go. We've got skins, and that leg up is really annoying me. that one little leg up. Let's fix that right about now. Okay. What's happening is I'm going to image speed equals 0, and then case walk image speed equals 1. We'll just do this instead of this command right here. That should work. Shop also changes skin even if you buy nothing. It does? If you buy nothing... Well, okay, the shop... Oh, That's a good point. The shop changes... The shop should change your skin to whatever you just bought. Or it would. So actually, that could be a little mishap on our part. You're right. The shop changes the skin even if you don't buy anything. Let's see why. So a command? Yeah, that's right. Oh, even if you don't buy anything. Oh yeah, so I added it to your inventory. Oh, okay, so I need to make sure that... Actually, okay, so... Let's say you do have enough money to buy it. Or let's say that you already own it. I think that could be a way to... If you want to buy it, it will just set it anyway. If you already own it, it should just give it to you. I think that there could be some loopholes in that. Right, so let's create the actual shop system. So let's have a look. I want to put my shop where my face is, which means I need to hijack the visual. Do I need to hijack the visual controller? I do need to hijack the visual controller. I need to very much hijack the visual controller. This is chat settings. These are my drawing settings. Where am I drawing my background? Or where I'm gonna highlight. Actually, where am I? This is funny. Visual controller. Oh, here it is. Here I'm drawing my stuff. Which is, it looks like my camera is here. This is my camera. My camera's being drawn here, meaning I need to hijack this. Let's see. How do I want to hijack it? Also, it looks like the leg is still an issue. Is my image index incorrect? Body? Oh. Oh, whoa. Actually, yeah, my image indexing is incorrect. That's the issue. So actually, I do not like this code very much. The code I had down there was much, much better. So body, actually, we're going to start with both legs down, then up, then down, and up. There we go. I need to switch it as well for this one. So there we go. Flip these two and flip these two. That should be better. That should take care of that. Shop changes to what you buy. That's okay. Yeah, I think if you don't have enough money for it, then nothing will happen. But if you do have enough money for it, then it doesn't matter whether you already have it in your inventory, it'll just automatically switch your skin to that. I think that's okay. I think that's completely all right. Body amount is, yeah, whatever. We don't need to care about the body amount. Looking good. Looking good so far. Looking good so far. Okay. Okay, what else do we need? We need to actually create the shop. That's right, hijacking the visual controller. Let's make it a setting, so I can turn the shop on and off. Where do I want it to be? Where do I put my settings? I put my settings in the game controller. Let's say global setting shop equals false. Let's say shop false for now. Yeah, we'll just have you as false. And then I will have a new command here. Something like this. If keyboard check press S, then global dot setting shop. Not setting shop. And then my visual controller can hijack it so that I can actually draw something else in this area. So let's put it right here. If global dot setting shop, What's my background color? Ooh, what is my background color? 'Cause I need to set it to, or actually, I can set it to the background color dark, something like this. Here we go. Let's run this. Okay, the legs are fine, which is good. I'm going to hit this, and I should have my... that's not good. I need to do it in the draw. I should have my camera blocked out. I can't see. Is my camera getting blocked out? Where is it? Yes, my camera is getting blocked out. That's perfect. So no camera, we have a shop instead, and we have this. Perfect, perfect. Except that my rectangle is not exactly doing exactly what I want it to do. It's kind of going over. So we need to do something. We need to do something about that. I think it's because I need to redraw my UI element on top of it. Also, what's the color? The background color is very, very important. Oops, not this. Shop. That background color looks like, yeah, it looks about right. Perfect. I also want I also want it to say like a shop here. I'm not exactly sure how possible that is. Or we can, I don't know. I'm not quite sure how we want to do that. There we go. So let's do that. Let's make sure that this is working. So everyone gets free money while I test this. There we go. It turns into that. Are those two colors the same? Those two colors don't look the same. Those two colors look a little bit different. Oh well, that's fine. We need to work on... How do I want the shot? I have not planned out at all what I wanted to show. I didn't think I'd get this far. I thought, just getting the skins would be good enough. Let's see. Let's open my favorite application to draw stuff in. Paint. Let's say that this is our shop, right? Here's our shop window. We have a bunch of different things. We do want it to say... Also, I do want to see my face, though. So, let's do that. No, and paint. So let's say we have our, I don't know, let's say we have 5 items. We've got like 1, or we could have an ultimate item. We could have an ultimate item of the day, or of the stream. And then we could have like 1, 2, 3, 4. Why isn't your fireworks system on the Master Builder world? I'm not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that we have got like 4 different items that you can buy, plus the item of the, I don't know, the item of the month, maybe. This item's like super expensive and it doesn't change. Or do we want that? Nah. All of these items rotate randomly, but this is the special item. This is the really, really expensive item. So I think I like that layout. I think we put the price underneath it, just like normally. But thing is, in order to get a good shop, we need a bunch more. We need more skins, we need more body parts, we need more eyes. So here's what we're going to be doing. I think the fun part, so I have an eye here. This is my Cyclops eye. So I think what I'm going to be doing is that's all we're going to be doing for today. I'm going to be working on the shop in the next one, which is probably going to be tomorrow, but an earlier time. I'm going to spend this evening spamming a bunch of different body parts, spamming a bunch of different eyes. If you want to send any suggestions, send it to the YouTube suggestions channel inside the Discord server. I think that's what we're going to do. We'll do another stream tomorrow where we work on the shop. Right now, we've already got the swapping of textures. We've got the swapping of everything. So that's been it for me. I've been Jwigs, and I will catch you all in the next one. Thanks for tuning in. Goodbye. Yeah, I think the next one we'll start with the shop in the next one. Yeah. Bye.